to join us on our session here. So I'm going to jump right into my presentation here. And any solution, a business solution that the owner is going to use needs to revolve around a couple of key things. And those are, one, how to manage cash, target and attract new customers, maintain relationships with those existing customers, how we can control expenses, how to hire and retain good employees, reduce time required to analyze sales and financials, and quickly resolve any problems with payments from customers. So in this scenario, I'll show you how to gain quick access to financial reports and review the health of a company, identify trends and opportunities, review customer history, and also how to manage the business. So we're going to start with the review of the health of the business. And one of the challenges and priorities of any business owner is having a clear understanding of the entire health of their business, right? So too often business owners don't have a clear understanding of how they're doing with either sales, inventory levels, inventory valuations, maybe project overruns, or even margins. So there can be a wealth of information directly on the homepage. So this is the Business Manager role homepage, and it offers quick access to key metrics and activities to connect the individual to what they need within Business Central. I'm going to move my thing here a little bit. So as you scroll down the homepage here, the owner gets a quick glance at key indicators that drive the business. In addition to the rich data visualizations out of the box, embedding Power BI charts is easy and provides additional intelligent insights. So if we hover over March here, we can see some quick access to the Power BI chart. Scroll back up. And another way to get some intelligent cloud insight is using the Intelligent Cloud Insights page. It shows 4 key metrics or points of interest for most businesses: cash availability, sales profitability, net income, and inventory value. So if I click on our Intelligent Cloud Insights, we'll see these KPIs here. The one we want to focus on is our cash availability. So the primary interest to any business is cash. Cash on hand, of course, demonstrates the health of any business, and the owner has quick insights to this information from this screen. After confirming the business is healthy, the owner decides to review additional intelligence cues surfaced from Business Central. So if we close this out, we'll see some additional insights here. So next to the KPI charts, which are on the left-hand side here, we get insights to potential areas of concern, one of those including overdue payments. So if we choose the message here where it says 10 of your customers are late with their payments, we can actually drill down into that and see that with several payments long overdue, it might be time for the owners to put their collection hat on and give the customer some calls. Okay, so we'll close that out, and it'll take us back to our home page. Next thing we want to discuss is identifying trends, and this can be timely and frustrating and even laborious. It's a process that requires data manipulation and intimacy of underlying data. In many companies, this manual process oftentimes relies on Excel and exports to Excel, and then the analysis of the data is subjective at that point. So Power BI transforms your company's data into rich visualizations for you to collect and organize so you can focus on what matters most to you. So located in the same location where users access all of their Microsoft Cloud solutions, we can come up here and navigate to our Power BI. So we'll go down and select all apps and then choose Power BI. The refreshed Power BI homepage offers many ways to navigate the rich data, whether it's favorites, frequents, or most used or most recent dashboards, reports, or data sets. So in our example here, we're going to select our customer dashboard. And these rich and deep visualizations enable decision makers to consume the data, make good decisions for their business, right? So we can also drill down even further into some in-progress stuff. And the data is integrated. And as a result of selecting one of the elements here, in this example, in progress, it shows the impact across the entire data set. Next, we're going to go up to the Recents button here and look at some of the recent reports or stuff that we were looking at. Quick Insights is also a component of Power BI, which provides additional insights based on trends, historical data, and then it provides a forecast. The Insights feature is built on a growing set of advanced analytical algorithms developed in conjunction with Microsoft Research that they will continue to use and allow more people to find insights into their data in new and intuitive ways. So we can use our light bulb here to get some more insights. Again, Quick Insights displays cards, which are the result of data analysis. While the owner combs through spreadsheets and graphs, he or she can leverage Azure Insights and provide additional context inside the data. Next, we'll select our favorites. Okay, so we have one favorite report here that we like to look at, and we can open that up, our finance dashboard. The rich insights and visualizations clearly demonstrate how simple and easy intelligent it is to make intelligent decisions. However, you won't always be online or connected. Occasionally, you'll need data to tell a story to either your shareholders, stakeholders, investors, or people of that nature. So integrated with our other Microsoft applications lets us take this dashboard to a meeting with us. And we do that by selecting File, and we can actually export this dashboard into a PowerPoint presentation. So the owner is now ready to present to his stakeholders at this point. And if we view this presentation, and we kind of click through here, it'll just take us through our different dashboards. And since these PowerPoint slides are integrated into an online dashboard, the owner can easily address a question about revenue. He or she can just click the data in the PowerPoint and it opens, assuming that you have connection to the internet. So if we can drill into revenue here, we would click revenue and it'll quickly open up Power BI, and the owner is able to provide supporting details on this revenue. And then at this point, we can even drill down further and we can review and detail quarterly results. So the next step is reviewing customer history. Chasing down clients for outstanding balances is the least rewarding task for an owner. Yet the relationship with the client can often convince the customer to make those payments a priority. So we go back to our cloud apps here and navigate back. It's all part of the integrated experience with Dynamics 365 and Business Central. So we select our app switcher, and then we'll take it to Dynamics 365. The quick link into recent pages previously navigated by the user is just another example of productivity gain. So it shows us here that we've recently been in our customers list, so we can quickly jump right to the customers list without having to navigate through the whole Business Central solution. And if we want to take a look at the customer statement, we can go up and select Reports and select Statement. So within 2 clicks, the owner and the stakeholders can quickly and easily gain access to the information they need immediately and be able to see the inflows and outflows of cash and determine how decisions impact cash. Okay, we can close out Microsoft Word, and we're back to our home page. Next step is managing the business. And obviously, it's super important as a business owner. In this next demonstration, we're going to see how easy it is to monitor cash and ensure that it's positive. From our homepage again, reporting options are available directly from the ribbon. So if we select Excel reports, it's going to give us many reports that we can choose from here. So Excel-based reports are bidirectional, or also known as refreshable reports. So we want to select our aged accounts receivable report. And then that's going to pop it up directly into an Excel spreadsheet, and we can make changes and refresh it back to Business Central. Or if we have this open for an extended period of time, we can use our refresh button and bring in the most up-to-date data. Let me close this out. So search is the next function I want to talk about, and it enables users to quickly locate information they need to perform key tasks and achieve their goals. So the search function is used with the light bulb up here in the top. And for this case, we want to look at a customer balance. So we type customer balance, and then we want to check out our trial balance. And from the previous window, the owner can quickly review a summary of balances by each customer. So here we can see it broken down by customer. Okay. And close that out. So the reason this scenario is important is to demonstrate, again, how to make better decisions, how to get started quickly, how we can gain access to relevant information in order to uncover business opportunities, and how to handle existing customer balances. The next kind of role I want to talk about within Business Central is the bookkeeper. Okay, and the bookkeeper usually handles day-to-day financials for a small business. They're involved in creating invoices, paying bills, and balancing bank statements. They often will hand off more complex tasks of payroll and depreciation and creating financial statements to an external accountant, which is fine. So in this scenario, we're going to enter a purchase order. We're going to show how to automate purchase invoice process and review the vendor balance, and then ultimately we're going to pay the vendor. So in this scenario, you receive a purchase invoice from a vendor. The vendor is Worldwide Importers. So we see our invoice here, and from our ribbon and right in Microsoft Outlook itself, we have a Business Central Contacts Insights button that we can choose. From this, it's going to bring up our vendor, and we can select New, and then we can, since this company, Worldwide Importers, is set up as a vendor in Dynamics 365, only relevant tasks will display. So in other words, you don't see sales quotes, sales orders, and sales invoices. Okay, so we're going to select Purchase Invoice, and intelligence is driving the data entry here. So it can read the text or the body of the email, and there it pulled in the items that were in the invoice. And we can select OK. We can scroll down to see some additional information on this purchase invoice. And after completing the line items, the bookkeeper wants to post the invoice. So again, my little webinar thing's in the way here, but there's a little ellipsis over here on this side, so we can select that. And then we're going to select Post. It's going to ask us if we want to post this invoice, and of course we say yes. Okay, so now we can minimize Outlook and take a look at the Business Central and see the real-time communication between Outlook and the Business Central application. So under posted documents up here across the top, we can select our posted purchase invoices, and then do a search for our invoice number. If we open that invoice, we can then review our posted purchase invoice, and so we see that real-time communication. Next, we're going to review the vendor balance. So as a part of the responsibility of a bookkeeper or an accountant, it's essential to understand the customer's balance with each vendor. This ensures timely payments and also maintains the company's standing relationships with the vendors. So again, from our home screen, it's just one click into our vendors, and we're going to look at that same vendor, Worldwide Importers. So we select them, and now there's a couple places to do this, which is very popular with Business Central. There's a couple ways to navigate to each thing, but we can just select their balance right here as a hyperlink to with a dollar amount. And in addition to past purchase invoices for this vendor, you see the most recent purchase invoices atop the list. Okay. That's good information to find quickly. We can close this out. And the next thing we want to show you is how to pay the vendor. So a recent purchase invoice for Worldwide Importers, of course, needs to be paid, and the accountant enters the transaction accordingly. So up at the top, again, from the home page, we're going to select Cash Management, and then we're going to select Payment Journals. And then we're going to select our Bank Reconciliation Payment Regular Journal. So in the Payment Journal window, you can use Suggested Vendor Payments Batch Jobs to suggest payment lines. Lines for payment so these are lines for payments that are due soon, or payments where a payment discount is available. And these are suggested based on your settings. So we're going to use that and say Suggest Vendor Payments. And from this view, the accountant can select all the relative payments to vendors that they want to make at this time. And once you have all your documents selected, you can begin processing them using any of the actions available on your taskbar here. And take us back to the home page. So the goal of this scenario is to demonstrate how a bookkeeper can benefit from Dynamics 365 Business Central. The results show how, once again, we can reduce the learning of a new system with that Outlook integration. We can reduce time and data entry with intelligence, and we can improve control and data accuracy, and of course, limit errors and ensure correct data entry, which is huge. The next thing, I think the final thing I want to talk about here is managing your inventory itself. Managing inventory while tracking trends on top of selling items is key to managing cash and key investments into a business. So in this scenario, I want to check out item availability. Then we can generate a purchase order. We can also generate a purchase order based on demand. And then we're going to leverage some artificial intelligence technology to predict inventory needs. So here's kind of that life cycle. We can check availability. If we need to, we can then create a purchase order, and we can, of course, confirm that purchase order. So again, from our home page here, it's one click into our items. And the items list provides insightful and graphical view of each item. More importantly, it displays the quantity and inventory. So notice here that our Atlanta whiteboard currently has 10 pieces or units to sell. Okay. Just remember that. So we want to do another search here up at the top. That light bulb's always available to type a search, and we want to type in order planning. Okay. We can select order planning, and recalling from that quick view of inventory we had 10 Atlanta whiteboards in stock. However, based on current demand, we are short 2 and need to order 2 to satisfy that demand. So what we can do in our little items button here is select the drop down. We can view item availability by and select location. Although we don't currently manage our inventory in multiple locations, clearly this capability is on display here. Again, notice the requirement is 12. We have 10 available, so the balance, of course, is -2. Okay, we can select OK. Now, to save time, the user can actually generate the purchase order just by using one mouse click. Okay, so we select Make Orders, and then we select OK. And what that's going to do is, well, if you notice, the Atlanta whiteboard is no longer listed in our order planning window. Okay, so we can close this out now. And to confirm that that purchase order was created, we can now go up to our purchasing section of Business Central, and we can select purchase orders. So our most recent purchase order here, PO 106007, we can open that and take a look. And we can see that there are 2 whiteboards were added to the purchase order. From here, we can post that PO, email the document to the vendor, and follow the standard receiving process in Business Central. Okay. Next, we want to show you how artificial intelligence, or AI, predicts inventory needs. So again, we're going to go back to our items list. Now, reviewing your inventory items, you see a forecast app that's embedded down here in the on the bottom right. And currently it's showing sales forecast. So we can toggle or switch from sales forecast to inventory forecast to ensure that there's ample supply to support any customer demand. So we can show inventory forecast here. So after 2 months, based on current inventory levels and demand, it appears the company will be short and need to create a purchase order or invoice quickly to resupply this inventory. So again, right from this embedded app, we can select our drop-down, and we can create a purchase invoice. Also, when you do it this way, there's what's called smart notifications associated with this task. And this uses Cortana intelligence and recognizes additional inventory items that need to be reordered that may benefit the company to consolidate shipments. So across the top here, it might recommend other items that can be added from this vendor in order to save us money. So if we say add items to this document, you'll notice the additional items added to the purchase order. And if we want to accept those, we can also go in here and delete a few if we wanted to, but we can post that document then. So managing inventory while tracking trends on top of selling items is key to managing cash and key investments to our business. So there we showed how to improve decision making. We had greater insight into inventory levels and demands, and we managed our cash investments. So that concludes my demonstration and my presentation. At this time, I'll kick it back over to Greg for any closing remarks and some Q&A. Greg? Hey, Greg, are you there? Hey, Greg, I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but I can't hear you.